Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast that reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 624. We passed 300 a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
624, and it is your review of Misery. As always, here to host the show, alongside my wonderful co-host, is me, the Nerd Chicano, and Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a wonderful Tuesday. And as you all well know, misery loves company, so that's why I'm here.
Man, shut the fuck up. Tell me what else you have to do during your day at this time.
Nothing. I am happy to be here.
I'm straight. Yeah, you better fucking say that, bro. Oh my god. But
Like he's going to replace me.
I have nobody else who's a crazy bastard who wants to come in at this time. Yeah. But what's up, Brad? How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Not much to speak of today. Went to work, and then tomorrow and Thursday I'll be traveling. Well, tomorrow I'll be traveling, and then I'll come back Friday.
Yeah.
So
What about yesterday? How was your Tuesday?
yeah, I was pretty tired that day. I went to bed at 7. I was like, fuck this, I'm going to bed. So
Okay.
so it was a day.
I could probably tell it was a day.
It was a day.
But either way, I'm glad that we're here to do this today. Been we're gonna have a really fun discussion about this film. The fuck
I hope
is
so.
that? Oh,
I hope so.
jeez.
It's an interesting movie to say the least.
Yeah. Good old Kathy Bates.
Good old Kathy Bates up in here. And
Yeah.
I think did she win an Oscar for this? She
We'll
won
find
something
out,
for
right?
this.
We'll find out.
Yeah, she won Best Actress Academy Awards.
Yeah. But yeah, Brad, yesterday was a really long day for me, and it was why we couldn't, because I did not get home until 9:30. We wouldn't have been able to do this episode. I hadn't watched this film, so
You can't really do the episode unless you watch the film.
yeah.
Unless
So
it's
yesterday was a
Scarface, and
really
then
tough day for me.
unless it's
Um,
Scarface, and I phoned it in.
yeah, fucking bastard. Um, so we couldn't do that yesterday. So we just took yesterday off, and today we're live to do this review of Misery, which is our final well, not our final review, our
No.
final of Brad's picks for um for horror month. And yeah, man.
Also,
Today,
we have a watch along. Don't forget that.
yep, next week we have another watch along. We have a watch along next week, and we have mini pod next week. But yeah, this episode is nice and early. It is early for our patrons over at patreon.com/nerdcore. This is releasing on Wednesday at 12 p.m. And right now it is Tuesday night. We're recording this live for them. And this is early for them at patreon.com/nerdcore. At the $1 tier, you get access to that. Um, Brad, today was the Criterion 50% off sale. Uh, flash sale.
You let me
And
sweat.
I did a great thing today, Brad.
Use your coupons.
Yeah, I used 5 coupons today.
I didn't even know you could use 5 coupons at one place.
Yeah,
That's unheard of.
So I found out a long time ago that you could stack these coupons. I was under the impression that I had 2 coupons, so I was only gonna buy one film, one Criterion, because next month is the big sale at Barnes and Noble. So I'm gonna do more spending next month.
Stacking coupons.
But I was like, okay, I'll use one coupon. It'll be 14. End up being $14 with that shipping. It'll probably be $20. Like I can probably do that. Um, turns out I had 5 coupons that I could use. Yup, $50.
So how much of coupon percentage did you stack?
That's $50, Brad.
You
$10.
stacked $50 worth of coupons.
So I bought 2 4Ks, which is $24.97, roughly like $25, right?
Yeah.
And then I got one for Rachel. They're gonna pay me back That was like $20. It was a Blu-ray, $50 off. $20 that Rachel's gonna give me. I practically only paid the taxes, dude. I paid 577.
That's
Dang,
pretty good. That's really good. Stacking coupons.
yeah, man.
Go to Criterion for that.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know how you get
Yeah,
coupons from Criterion.
yeah. You can get them, bro. It's wow. It was great, man. I was like, dude, this is awesome. I'm gonna what's it called? I'm gonna use all my coupons because don't know when the next time I'm gonna really want to
Did
use
you say
this.
what movies you got?
I got Akira Kurosawa's Dreams, and I got a Videodrome.
I want to see that Carousel in 4K.
Yup.
If it's
I
anything
will.
like the Ron in 4K, whew.
Come on, man. Stop playing. Yeah. But yeah, I bought those. So don't know when those are gonna get here, but excited for when those come in here so I can watch them and then I'll do reviews for them and all that wonderful stuff. And yeah, it's fucking fantastic, man. I would have picked up the others, but I was like, I'll wait. I'll wait. I was like, I'm not gonna buy too many right now.
Is that is the others out on Criterion now?
It's next week, I think. It
Okay, so you
drops
could have
next week.
pre-ordered it.
Yeah, I could have pre-ordered it, but I think it's out next week. Right now, I think it's only what's it called? Video drone dropped this week. Yeah, next week on October 24th. The others, and then on Halloween, Nanny. Yep.
Is Tigers Are Not Afraid Criterion?
Nope. Sadly, it's not, Brad.
Somebody make that a Criterion 4K.
Somebody needs to get that physical what's it called release like in general because that's not out
Yeah.
physically at all.
Also Criterion grab up Dogma for 4K. I'm just
Doubt that
saying.
will ever happen.
Probably not.
I already know how that works, Brad.
Yeah, I know how that works. Sadness.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of good stuff today, man. I was like, okay, and then my professor gave me the thing on 4K. I was
Hmm.
like, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Great movie in any sense, but
Fuck
on
yeah, man.
4K, I wonder how that looks.
Yeah. I wonder how it looks too. And you saved on the ever elusive Criterion copy of Eddie Murphy's Norbit, right? Yeah, of course, bro. Come on, man.
That was in the
Come on.
bargain bin.
Right on the bargain bin. That $2 bin, bro.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that Hulu exclusive coupon.
Oh my god, man. But yeah, man. That was that. And yeah, let's go. I guess let's get to doing this, Brad, because this is gonna be fun, Brad. It's gonna be fun.
I mean,
Uh,
it's gonna be an interesting talk for sure.
yeah. All right, Brad. Let's get to going to doing this, Brad. So, if you have not watched Misery, then this is your chance to get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you've seen the film, or you've read the book, I guess, then go ahead and stay. Either way, how that goes is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Brad. Introduce us to Misery.
All right, coming from our one and only source, Wikipedia, Misery is a 1990 American psychological thriller film directed by Rob Reiner, based on Stephen King's 1987 novel of the same name, starring James Caan, Kathy Bates, Lauren Bacall, Richard Farnsworth, and Frances Sternhagen. The plot centers around an obsessive fan who holds an author captive and forces him to rewrite the finale to his book series. The film was released in the United States on November 30th, 1990 by Columbia Pictures. It received highly positive reviews and was a box office success. Bates' performance drew widespread praise from critics and won her the Academy Award for Best Actress at the 63rd Academy Awards, making Misery the only film based on a Stephen King novel to win an Oscar. King himself has stated that Misery is one of his top 10 favorite film adaptations. So we have here screenplay by William Goldman, based on Misery by Stephen King, of course. Cinematography, Barry Sonnenfeld, edited by Robert Layden. That name sounds familiar.
Robert Layden?
This is Spinal Tap. Okay, that's probably.
Yeah.
Music by Mark Shyman. Running time 107 minutes. Budget of 20 million. Box office 61.3 million. Did this really look like a $20 million film to you, Ro?
No. But I wonder how much of that went to James Caan. To Jimmy Caan, rest in peace.
Good point.
Yeah.
That is a big name to gather.
Yep. Yeah. Um. Hold on.
It's
Oh my
contagious.
God.
Contagious. We're not even in the same room.
We're not even in the same room, bro. But yeah, man. Misery. So, I heard about this movie because Kino Lorber released the Annie cut. Oh my
Oh
God.
God.
Because Kino Lorber released a 4K Ultra HD of it, and I was like, okay, Stephen King adaptation. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I wonder what this is all about. Um, and apparently now, because Brad and I just discussed it, Family Guy parodied this
They
movie.
fully just redid the whole freaking movie in like 10 minutes or 5 minutes that we saw.
And I was like, okay, so I have seen this
So
film,
kind,
bro.
yeah. It's. I mean, if it's in Family Guy, it's it's in the whole Americana kind of thing,
Yeah.
American Zeitgeist or whatever you want to call it.
I guess I finally watched this for the first time, and I've got to say, I actually really liked this movie, man. I thought this was one of the best Stephen King adaptations of the 90s. Uh, and I really liked it. I liked the
I mean, it's kind of a
performances.
low bar there. There,
Yeah.
bro.
But well, I mean, well, no, Stand by Me was in the 80s, but um,
I'm
I
just
thought it
thinking the
was,
Langoliers.
yeah,
I should
and
have made you watch the Langoliers and just cringe the whole
Riding the
fucking.
Bullet too was in the 90s,
Yeah,
right?
Riding the Bullet's not. I'm pretty sure that was late '80s, early '90s. Carrie was, I think, '70s or '80s.
70s, bro.
Yeah, I think Carrie was
Yeah.
'70s. Which
I'm interested to find out what year was Riding the
then
Bullet?
then I think Green Mile.
2004, Brad.
Riding the Bullet was 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah. When was Green Mile?
The Green Mile, that has to be in the 90s, bro. That's got to be
That
90s.
that's that's probably that might be the best Stephen King adaptation.
99, bro.
Yep, good for King. Got it right
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah. But I really like this I really like this movie, bro. I like the performances, but overall I really enjoy the story, man. And I love that it's like pretty much delegated to only two locations, Brad.
Yeah, it's a two location kind of scene, two scene movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I guess I'll give my. This is the first time I've seen this movie as well.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, I've never seen this movie. It's
So
just
you
one of
just
those. It's one
so
of
like
those I've always like. I've seen like images of the block scene, like that. That's world renowned from Kathy Bates. But this is the first time watching it in total.
yeah.
Um, I gotta say, I also found it really good. The tension throughout the film is mind numbing because you're just waiting for this dude to get caught, and the thing he gets caught on is the most stupid damn thing. But of course, she would notice. The ceramic penguin always face
Yep.
southward.
Once that
um,
happened, I was like, "There's no way they don't come back to this."
no, like you could totally tell, like, man, you done. And I thought it was all the doors he was kicking in, but didn't notice that. But noticed the penguin. Yeah, James Caan in this is great, but really the all star, the one who fucking steals the show is Kathy Bates. She
What
is
a
freaking psycho in this. She is a
She is what puts the horror in this horror film.
yes. Like without Kathy, like I don't know where Kathy Bates is in her career in this, but she wins an Oscar for this. And as it said, it's the only Stephen King film to win an Oscar, and that's because of her. And
Yeah.
so for that, I mean, and this movie blows Kathy Bates up just in stardom,
Yeah.
and for good reason because she is quintessential evil in this.
I believe is she in Lincoln? I think she is in Lincoln. And fuck, she's so good in Lincoln too. Um
I do
but
have trivia. We have IMDb trivia.
sure.
If we want to get, I know we're kind of getting into the whole, but this one kind of goes with the Kathy Bates thing. So Stephen King was quite impressed with Kathy Bates' performance in this film, so much so that he later wrote two more roles for her. The title role in his novel Dolores Claiborne, excuse me, was written with Bates in mind, and Bates later starred in the film adaptation of Dolores Claiborne in '95. King also wrote the script for the TV miniseries The Stand, 1994. His original novel featured a male character named Ray Flowers. Upon hearing that Bates wanted to be involved in the miniseries, King rewrote the part as a woman, Ray Flowers, spelled Rae, just so Bates could play the part.
Dude, she's that fucking good in this
She's
movie,
that,
bro.
she's that fucking good.
Yeah. And she scares the shit out of me, bro. Like every single time she just walks into that room, I'm like, how much more is this bitch gonna like? What is she else she gonna do, bro? What else is she gonna do? Um,
Oh, look at this. Are you on the same page?
what? No, I'm looking at Kathy Bates IMDb.
Oh, okay. James Caan once showed up to the set hungover, and all the scenes he shot that day were unusable. Rob Reiner told Caan he had to do the scenes again because there was a problem at the lab. When Caan
Oh
learned it had
my
nothing to do with
god.
the labs, he offered to cover the money he lost the studio. Good
Hey,
guy,
that
James
good
Caan.
guy.
That's a good
Yeah,
guy, James Caan.
he is, man. He's a good man. I and God, man, like I always thought because I look, man. I'm gonna be real honest. I don't think I've seen a lot of James Caan outside of the Godfather. And I what's it called? That's where Kathy Bates. That's where I remember Kathy Bates. She's Joe Bennett in The Office.
Oh yeah.
Yup,
Hmm.
she's Joe Bennett in The Office, bro. What a great character that is. Um, but I like James Conner here, man. Like he keeps it mostly like cool and collected until like the end, where it's just like full blown like what's it called? Like all crazy and shit, trying to get out of that house. It's fucking fantastic, bro.
I got another one that you might enjoy. Jack Nicholson was offered the role of Paul Sheldon, but passed because he was not sure he wanted to do another movie based on one of Stephen King's novels after what he had experienced with Stanley Kubrick on The Shining.
Of course.
Can I
Of-
just say, I don't think Jack Nicholson would have been right for this role.
No, I don't
I
think so
don't.
either.
I don't think he could have sat still for the whole fucking movie. So that's why I think James Caan and Kathy Bates work really well in this movie because James Caan has that kind of whole that whole silent kind of fuck you kind of feeling he's given off to Kathy Bates, and then Kathy Bates just reciprocating that with the whole kind of psycho, um, just trying to get what she wants from James Caan. But Raul, the dinner scene.
Oof.
Do you think do you think Annie knew that he had put something in her wine and did that on
Yes.
purpose?
Yes.
That's the feeling I got.
I think at that point she felt she already knew about the penguin and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I think that that's what happened. Though I did find something really funny, Brad. When she tells him to light the book on fire, the manuscript.
Hmm.
Did you notice that one of the pages went all the way up to the curtain on fire?
No, I did not.
It goes all the way up, so they go to that reversal shot of her,
Yeah.
where it's like floating up the pages, and one of them goes all the way up to the curtain. And
Oh
when we
shit!
cut back, we see nothing about that page. So
You didn't cop the current on fire?
it cut to curtain up. I thought that was hilarious. I thought I was like, what the hell? Like, shouldn't y'all motherfuckers be dead? Harrison Ford was offered the role as well. Don't know if that would have worked either. I don't think so either. No, I think that James Caan just fits it so perfectly.
Yeah. Also speaking of Jack Nicholson not be able to play this role because he would have to stay in bed for like longer than an hour. James Caan had to stay in bed for 15 weeks of shooting. Caan said he thought that Rob Reiner was playing a sadistic joke on him, knowing the actor would not enjoy not moving around for so long. Caan was not used to playing a reactionary character and found it much tougher to play.
That is crazy. He's like, why the fuck did you put me to sit on here for all this time, man? Oh, that's funny though. That's funny. Yeah. And Brad, the moment um that what's it called that she shoots the agent, bro, like that shit. Not the agent. I'm sorry, the police guy, the one who goes to investigate,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
caught me completely off guard.
Oh, that right
Completely off
there.
guard.
Well, here's the thing. It would have caught me off guard if we hadn't just watched The Shining. did you know like there's tropes in King's novels and also in his movies where he does the same shit. And so just like you had the chef come in and totally gets just killed because you think he's coming in to save the day in The Shining, and he just gets an axe to the chest.
Yeah,
That's basically what you get here. You get the cop finally figuring out. The cops has spent like a month reading these authors' books, trying to figure shit out.
yeah.
And the minute he walks in the house, I'm like, he's not making it out of this house.
But I
Stephen
was
King,
just like,
like
I was
it's too
so
easy that
like,
way.
I was so drawn back, bro, because I was like, ain't no way. Like, what's it called? I think this is where it's gonna end. Like, she's gonna find him, right? Boom! He gets shot. I was like,
But
what?
that whole tension leading up to that when he gets to the wall and
Fantastic,
then he
bro.
looks down and he's down there and then the stairway looking up at him and then his chest just fucking ripping open. It's like, all right, that was dope. Okay, Rob Reiner, I see what you did there.
Yeah. Um, I love that. Also, I really like the what they call the the people just constantly like, well, where do you think he is? Like, well, we just passed the whole fucking what's it called house. When you're on the goddamn helicopter, you couldn't get down and think like maybe we should go ask that house we just pulled the what's it called? We just drove by.
No,
Nope,
he
nope.
wasn't that good of a sheriff. Come on now.
Yep, yep. But I think it's a great movie, Brad. I really enjoyed it. Um,
Well, I mean, I'm trying to make up for my previous Stephen King
yeah,
insults to cinema.
yeah,
So I think this does kind of do that, especially with the
yeah.
Oscar winning performance from Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates. She 100% deserves it, bro. She is so fucking scary in that movie, in this movie, bro. Like, I feel like if you didn't, what's it called? Like, if you watch this and you don't like feel that performance for what it is, I think you would think it's like, why is this labeled a horror film? But you see that performance, bro? It's so fucking scary.
Oh,
Like,
I mean, if you put yourself in James Caan's position, you would be shitting yourself,
yeah,
like, and then having to have her clean it up. But still,
yeah. I'm just, I was like, yeah, bro. Like, if you
but
don't
but
find this scary, I don't know what the
but
fuck is
it
wrong with
just
you,
gets
bro.
scarier and scarier as he keeps learning more about Annie Wilkes. Like he finds the memory book and he's reading like the newspaper clippings of people she's killed, of like newborns and shit.
Yep.
He's just like, oh dear, she is
What
not a
did I
very
get
good
myself
nurse.
into?
She is not a good nurse at all.
Yep. Yep. And then like the whole like the shit with the pills and everything, bro. And I thought she was gonna get him with he was gonna get her with that. And it's like, nope.
Yeah, like the minute, and then she like messes, she dumps the wine, and I just had the I'm like she had to know,
No, she
like
had to know, Brad.
she had to know.
I wholeheartedly believe that she
That
had to
was
know.
no accident. That was because you just see his face just like all
Mm-hmm.
any hope he had just like faded,
Yeah.
and I think that's what you get from James Caan in this is you get both the physical acting part of it, but then you get the mostly just the reactions,
Yeah.
the facial reactions, and he's very good at that too.
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I looked it up. I after looking for it like constantly here. She was not in in Lincoln, and this is gonna be so mean of me, but she was that was Stephen McKinley Henderson who I was thinking. Another big person with like hair, I guess.
Okay.
My bad, guys. My bad. But yeah, bro. I thought it was so good, bro. And I thought that I like the music works, the cinematography works. I don't think it's like the best Stephen King adaptation.
No,
I don't think it's the greatest thing I've seen, but it's really good. And because of that, like I really enjoyed it for what it was.
I mean I think it's a good horror film for horror month.
Fucking
So
fantastic, bro.
watch it during Halloween, and it's not like your typical gory horror you're used to. It's definitely on the side of psychological horror.
Yeah, yeah. And it made for good. It was very tense. The pacing was really good too. Never once did I think that we were taking too long here. I thought we're like, okay, cool, man. Like at this, I was like, okay, at this point we have to finally get to like setting up some shit here, and like we have to get out of this house. And it finally happened. I was like, okay, cool. Well, here we go. Like it's paced well.
I mean, and I quite enjoyed the editing. The editing I thought went very well.
Yeah, yeah. But
I'm looking up. So the guy who made The Princess Bride and When Harry Met Sally made this
it,
movie.
yeah. Which, by the way, I love both of those movies.
Yeah,
But like, I would not believe that this came from the mind of the person who made that film.
yeah.
Like, how? Like, that's how is that even possible? Um, but I love this movie, man. I can't stop saying it. I really like this movie. I'm gonna buy the 4K for this because I think that it's just that damn good, and I really want to see what this looks like on my TV. And man, just another. It's a great movie, bro. It's one of the better Stephen King adaptations of like the 80s and 90s, in the fucking 2000s.
Agreed.
Now that we're at it, yeah. But
And I'm glad I finally got to watch it. So
yeah, yeah. Brad, what's your final verdict?
I'm going to give this again. I think there's better Stephen King adaptations, like you said. Overall, though, I think this is a really good one and worthy of the watch. Um, but like I'd say I'd put Green Mile above it. I can't really think of too much more. So for that, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. All right. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit lower than Brad here. I'm going straight up 8 out of 10. I thought it was fantastic. It's not the greatest thing I've seen, but it's a damn good movie, man. I think that it was really good. It kept my attention for a good amount of time, and I would definitely like to rewatch this movie when I buy the what's it called when I buy the 4K of it. But for now, like I think it's a damn good movie. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, man, Kathy Bates is fucking terrifying, and that scene where she, what's it called, destroys his legs is just, oh
She
my god.
she 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 earned that Oscar.
Yeah, one
Let's
hundred
be real
percent,
here. She earned that Oscar.
100%. If you don't think that she earned that shit, bro, you're
She
scum.
she made that role her own. I mean, Stephen King writes well, but I don't know if I've ever seen anyone act that well. Maybe Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Maybe.
Yeah, nobody. I've never seen anybody like get that into the character and get that lost within it like she did, and because I fucking loved it, and I
Yeah.
think that she did an incredible job, and yeah, man, just amazing movie, guys. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend you go find this movie because you can only buy it. I wouldn't have mind buying it, but like also if I'm gonna,
But you hadn't
yeah,
seen it yet.
yeah, I hadn't seen it, but that's why I'm gonna buy the 4K when it's on sale because I think it's like I said, it's just
That's a
it's
good
so
one to
good.
have in the collection.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when spooky season comes around.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. So we thank you all so much for joining us. And of course, that's been our review of Misery. Go ahead and check out our website, thenerdcore.com, Twitter at the nerdcore underscore, Instagram at the nerdcore, patreon.com/the nerdcore. At the $1 tier, you get access to this episode live and early, along with other episodes of the Nerdcore when they get recorded. And we get like, our extra reviews with me and Luis, they get recorded early and they get put on there for early access until they come out. And then, of course, when we do these episodes live, so you can talk to us just like Stacy did today, you get access to that at just $1. So go and check that out, please. Our Discord link is in the description below, so you can talk to us about this movie and you can talk to us about any other spooky movie during spooky season. Talk to us in the comments. We would love to talk to you all about this movie. And yeah, man, if you like this movie, talk to us. If you don't like this movie, talk to us. We just like talking to you all and we want to interact with you guys in the comments. So make sure you comment something because we always interact with you all in there. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of content that drops on the channel. Stacy says, "Isn't the $1 tier the number one fan tier?" Of course, bro. Number one, because he was number one. And of course, if you're on the audio side of things, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. And if on the other platforms and as well as those platforms, make sure you follow us. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up with this review. We will be back on Friday. On Friday, because Brad's not gonna be here on Thursday. live and early for our patrons, so that way it can drop for the public on Saturday at 12 for our review of Darren Aronofsky's The Wrestler. While I guess it's just kind of like a what's it called, a screening for Black Swan next week as we conclude horror month. So without further ado, Brad, let's get them the hell out of here.
All right, Roland. Thank you, being the host as always. Thank to Stacy for joining us in chat today. Thank to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, to end this episode, don't take orange pills from strangers. Young Yoda out.
Mm-mm.